because I am a learner of this language, and whenever I am using like the one beneficial application, I would like to mention that is ChatGPT. Whatever I type over there, whatever I want to like, if I want to speak on that, there is one feature as well of speaking, so I can quickly get answered.
So if you watch a YouTube video, first of all, in the first time would be the Britisher. Please move the idea and concept to the person who has already made this language, the people who are native speakers, from where this language has its roots from. So start coming up with these YouTube videos which are spoken by a Britisher. They're native speakers, right? The pace is good, the grammar perfect, and the way they put it across, phonetic sound, pronunciation, everything is perfect, right? So 5 minutes, put 5 minutes, captions on, volume on. Okay, you're reading and you're listening. Now, next 5 minutes, captions off, volume on. You listen to it, you'll be able to catch hold of the words. 5 minutes again, captions on, read that up, speak out aloud, volume zero, right? I'm
Mhm.
telling you, thank me later for the session. You will, of course, come for the session and thank me with this idea that
Mhm.
this will, majorly, this will give the transformation what you want, what you were expecting from past 1 year, and 15 minutes at least with daily, without any cheat day. So, yeah, since we're meeting for the first time, it gives me immense pleasure to, of course, introduce myself too before starting up with this entire
Yeah,
session.
sure.
Towards the session progress, I would talk about myself in terms of introduction. Well, my name is all obviously reflected on the dashboard, and I've been working as a professional communication coach from 7 years. However, I'm associated with English Child from past 2 years, probably it might be 2.5 for now. Now, today I'm very excited to share some valuable insights and tips and tricks to help you improve your communication. But at the same time, I would love to know that is what is this one inspiration and one thought behind learning English? And how did you come across English Jari? What are your expectations from this program so that we can cater to somehow the points which you have on your mind?
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am, for having there for me. And okay, let me tell you about my inspiration. I would say it's me myself. I just want to improve this language. Want to I told you that want to enhance my communication skill, just for general conversation, and I'm sure that it will be helping me in the future in various fields. I think so. That is the one thing, and this is my second chance that I'm getting connect with tutor from English Yari. Earlier I have taken few classes from English Yari, and I liked the way they are correcting us just after we are making some mistakes while our conversation. So this is the main thing I would like to mention here about the tutor. Yeah, I have watched so many videos on YouTube regarding English Yari conversation. Because of those videos, I came across English Yari.
All right, well done. If you have taken a step forward for yourself, that's the basic need of the hour because people out there are not even looking out for enhancing their personality. And when I talk
Yeah.
about personality, it's not just communication, it's the way you articulate. It's the way how you put your word across to the other person who is at the recipient end. So kudos to you. And of course, you're at the right spot, at the right place where you will be given so many chances to be corrected and also so many chances to speak about what you are thinking about yourself in general and what are your further progress would be. Of course, it will be shared with you. Now,
Yeah.
before starting up with the session, I have seen this idea that you have been repeating a word okay, right? So instead of using this word okay, repetition has been seen. So instead of using this word okay, if by any chance you agree to someone, I would like to give you a couple of like handful of words which you can use while you're communicating and conversating with someone, right? Another word you have just word you have used. So instead of using the word just, you could have used the word right after we make mistakes. Just after we make mistakes doesn't make sense. Right
Mhm.
after we make mistakes makes more sense. Okay? I hope that's
Oh,
okay with you.
yeah.
Now, to eradicate this okay word, you are using it of more often. It's quite mundane. So I would like to give you handful of words which would be really good whenever you are going to go move across, meet people. So
Mhm.
all right, definitely, I agree with you. Of course, absolutely. Okay. These five words I absolutely love when I usually conversate with someone. So can you please tell me the pointers which will help me to understand what are the challenges you're facing while you conversate with someone?
Okay. So the first one is that you told me just before that sometimes I repeat some words. I know that I repeat some words, but while conversation, I most of the time I forget that I'm repeating this word. So this is the first one thing. And yes, another one is that since I'm learning, I have been learning this language from the from the January month, and
Mm-hmm.
it's been almost 1 year to
Mm-hmm.
me that I have been learning this language, and there were so many things where I was stuck. I would say, especially in reading books.
Mm-hmm.
I have completed my education. It's been almost many years, I would say. Nowadays, it was not my habit to learn something immediately, but I worked on it. So I'm quite happy with myself that I'm improving on my like I'm working on my flaws, and I'm doing something that.
I'm progressing towards something which I have always thought about. Okay, can you say that? I'm progressing towards something I've always thought about.
I'm progressing towards I had always thought about.
Yes, yes, you can say
Right?
that. So yeah. So while you are conversating with someone, I would like to give you these 5 pointers in tenses, in terms of tenses. I know you are quite aware with the tenses since you have mentioned you have been reading books so far, and grammar is not a problem. It's just that to rightly put the word across the person, right? So when
Mhm.
we talk about the sentences, we have to keep in mind the conscious efforts. So already I can see that you're not moving up with a fast pace. Your pace is quite good, it's decent. But at the same time, we have to keep in mind choosing the right words whenever we are speaking. So I'll tell you this one idea. Every person, be it out any person who's an TEDx speaker, who is a school teacher, or let's say a person in general who has been talking out with the people in general in daily life. So they
Mhm.
have these favorite set of words they always stick up to. For example, if I talk about mine, I have favorite set of words, a couple of handful, somehow, moreover, however. I have these words, these are favorite words of mine, and I love to use them. And also, I when I say I love to use them, this is one idea. I would love to hear from you. So see, this is not just something very difficult. This is very easy. So instead of using the jargons, use the complex words which people have been using, and of course Shashi Tharoor have been using. I know he's one of the master orator. But at the
Yes.
same time, I would say couple of words which you can intervene, which you can inculcate in your daily conversation would be the best. So one thing I would give you as a tip, use your favorite words often. Okay, but my favorite words, what I mean is you have to use them for just 1 week and then skip to the next favorite set of words. With this you can enhance your vocabulary. Okay, use your favorite words for 1 week straight. Whenever you're having a conversation with tutors, people across, people around you, use those favorite set of words for 1 week straight, and then use more words, not those, but at the same time use more set of words to maybe alternative words, or let's say you can use some other words and replace the words which you're using in general. So these will give you a good amount of vocabulary. You don't need to jump onto the vocabulary and learn one day, one hour, 1 minute, not like that. And also trying to experiment with you and moving out the mountains which are the hurdles in terms of building your personality. So if I talk about the internet, how has internet been a, the best miracle to you, or let's say the best gift for you during of course the COVID time, or let's say in general?
Yeah. So I would like to share my opinion about internet. Yes, most of the time I'm using this internet just for exploring or understanding the topic, whatever I want to learn. And this main thing I would like to mention here is that it's helping me a lot in terms of learning English. Yeah, this is the thing I would like to share.
Okay, so are you done with whatever you wanted to speak about?
Yes.
Okay, so once you're done with it, you have to signal the other person in either non-verbal way or verbal way. So non-verbal, you can't say "I'm done," right? Of course, that doesn't come up very nice. So how would
Mhm.
you go about it? So you have to end the sentence with proper say that yes. So in my opinion, internet has worked out quite well for me. It has been a gift for me, or somehow you have to rest the cause. If we are
Mhm.
done with it and still the other person is not able to understand and take up the green signal, you say, so yes, that's all I can say for now. That's all about it. So
Mhm.
initial was very good. The beginning was very good. But how you end the sentence, that's
Yeah.
the skill you have to adhere to, right? So
Mhm.
now another idea I would like to know about. So how often do you use internet? How often do you find yourself, engrossed in something which is on the internet through phone or through laptop?
All the time we are using our and holding our mobile phones in our hands, and it's quite easy for us to access internet all the times whenever we are getting time. So yes, I would say that whenever I get a time apart from my household work, I always use internet to search something. Yes, sometimes I use social media. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, most of the time in a day I use my mobile phone. And I
Okay,
and
so
I
yes,
and I would say that
yes.
without internet, it's I think no one will be agree to hold their mobile phones in their hands, I think.
Right, right. So if I talk about the idea which was in your mind before starting up with this statement, or let's say point to put across, you should have said, we are quite dependent upon the internet. It has made us overly dependent upon it, right? That for everything, even for even understanding the idea that what recipe should be added for today's to-do list, or what recipe should we look out for, we always want to connect with internet. So instead of saying a lot many things later, start off with, we are quite dependent upon internet these days, and it has
Mhm.
rather made us dependent upon it. We were not dependent, rather it made us dependent, because everything is already available on the internet. So spice that up. You know the English language, you know the tenses, how you have to spice that up, how you have to move to the advanced level. Since you have been using English from past 1 year, you have to move from beginner to at least intermediate level. Only then, slowly and gradually, organically, we'll move to the advanced level, right? So let's just go about it. Now, another question, which is very nice and gives me a sense of pleasure to understand that, according to you, what is the purpose of the internet? How would you put it across the other person that this is the main purpose of the internet, and we are somehow deviating from the major path, major role, major functions?
In my point of view, the main purpose of internet is giving information to their users, that it works like whatever questions the user want to ask to a Google or from the YouTube in any site, we can quickly get the answer. So this is the major thing I would say. Yeah.
Okay. So now again, Meenakshi, you have to elaborate. Have you seen Britishers? If you ask them the day, hi, how was your day, Mary? So they will say, hi, my day was okay. I went to buy this coffee, it spilled on my dress. It's okay. They handed you over the tissue, but it's okay. It's quite all right. The day has proceeded towards good note because I got flowers on this side. So they elaborate the day, beat anything. So you have to elaborate the details. If I'm not even asking about how was the day like, I'm asking you to be it a person who's descriptive enough, to be a person who is able to pour so much and is not even letting the mentor ask the next question. You should have you already have so much of information. How would you put it across? Now, I'm giving you this opportunity to give the answer to the next question, and you have to elaborate that point. And this question, let's imagine this question is of 5 marks. How will you elaborate it if it, in terms of paper, you have to answer it, right? Written form. Yeah. So my question is now elaborate the idea. How would you say that the advantages of internet are humongous, but at the same time, I would like to tell three advantages according to me that internet has given.
Three advantages. Okay, according to me, first of all, the internet have wealth of information that whatever we want, the answer the internet can give us quickly, because I am a learner of this language, and whenever I am using like the one beneficial application I would like to mention, that is ChatGPT. Whatever I type over there, whatever I want to like, if I want to speak on that, there is one feature as well of speaking, so I can quickly get answered. So this is
Right.
the first one advantage of using internet. And another one is, I would say, like right now we have a virtual meeting, so this is a second advantage we are getting from internet. And another thing I would say, that we, any student, or if we want to like, if we want to do a technical skill, we want to
We
enhance
can.
our yeah, if
We
we
can
want
do
to,
that.
we can
Hmm.
do that. Yeah, right.
Yeah, more. I need more from your end. You know a lot many things. I'm sorry. You know a lot many things about the internet, and you have a vast of information. As you mentioned, it's not well of, it's rather a sea of information and knowledge. So please tell me about the same.
Okay, so third one I would like to, I was mentioning here, third one was that in the age of student, and right now I'm learning a language. In every field, it has a different kind of advantages. Like right now, for me, I can get every answer regarding learning English, and in the age of student, they can enhance their technical skill, as well as they can learn the about the subject, about the topics whatever they are learning in their schools. And yeah, they can share their ideas regarding any project virtually. So there are so many advantages, if I talk about. So these are a few main things which whatever I have shared here. Yeah, these all
Okay, so
things.
you can say, but you can rest the entire statement. So, to me, these are the major points which hold significance, which holds a lot of significance in my life, and I am quite thankful for this, opportunity to speak about this internet because we are ungrateful for the things around us. You can, add so many points. Like I
Yeah.
mentioned, there was a 5 mark question, and
Mm.
this 5 mark question was a detail oriented. So well done. I would really appreciate what you have said so far. And this is how you exemplify a quality that you have thoughts in your mind. However, you have to put it across the other person. So now, understanding whatever you have spoken so far, there are a lot of fillers you are putting up. I can understand completely because fillers are coming from the idea that there are a lot of ideas, but you're unable to process them and sentence them in a structure. Is that so? Is that so?
Would you
Meenakshi, am
repeat
I
that?
audible?
Would you repeat?
Yeah. So I'm saying that you have a lot many thoughts in your mind. However, you're unable to process and form that up in a sentence and a structure. Is that so?
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
Okay. So another thing, whenever such situation arises, I mean, actually, always understand this 1:3 ratio rule. So the thing which you are speaking for now, that is already been processed by your brain. But now
Mm.
three things should be ready. Okay. So one thing you are saying is already there in your mind, and presently you're speaking about that. The three things should be ready. What you have to speak about, right? So how to keep that ready? You're not supposed to keep that paragraph, one paragraph, two paragraph, third paragraph. No, you have to keep in check about the pictures. One, two, three. Picture memory. Do you remember when we were quite young, we were told this is camel, this is an apple, this is a dessert. So everything, whichever was shown to you, it was a picture memory. And if I talk about apple right now, you will be able to think about a red color thing with a
Mm-hmm.
stalk and a leaf, right? So
Mm-hmm.
similarly, you have to imagine the situation and you have
Mm-hmm.
to focus on the idea, the image memory. So always go with the 1:3 ratio rule. Okay, this is very beneficial whenever it comes to speaking. Okay, so that whenever we are practicing, we have to practice daily. But at the same time, listening and reading, these qualities are always taken overlooked, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you can go through the YouTube videos. I always tell to my students 15 minutes, 15 days, and 15 days practice also. 15 minutes or 15 days, and then 15-minute practice at least on English. I try to speak more. Try to speak for at least 15 minutes. Minimum is 15,